Hey and welcome to this video on how to beat the Godskin Noble who can be found in Volcano Manor. Like most bosses in Elden Ring, the Godskin Noble has two phases, which usually starts around when the boss's health is around half. In this guide we'll go over what to do in each phase, so let's go ahead and get started. The first phase is pretty simple. Basically what you want to do is wait for him to throw his black flame ball and then attack him, whilst avoiding his black flame barrier spell and the lunge attacks. This guy doesn't give you many chances to attack, so timing and knowing when to attack is crucial. Making use of the pillars is also a very good strategy, but be aware that he can hit you through the pillars with one of his lunge attacks, dealing a lot of damage. Don't do what I did here at the start, which is to go trade blows with him, because he will decimate you. As I mentioned, you need to wait for him to throw his black flame ball, then get off a few hits and either use a combination of blocks or dodge rolls to avoid his lunging attacks. Usually in this phase he will do 2 lunge attacks before doing a final really long thrust, which leaves him open to a few attacks, and using these short openings you can deal damage to him and then immediately back off. If you stay too close to him, he will either do a belly flop move, which will do little or no damage but can leave you exposed, so don't stay too close to him. Make sure to avoid his thrusting attack and the black flame that surrounds him in this phase. In the second phase, this is where it gets tricky, because he changes up some of his attacks. One of which is he'll start rolling around on his side, and this will knock you down while dealing damage. This is sometimes unavoidable and you may need to tank it or roll far away from him. Also, when he does this, do not have target lock on him. Sometimes staying behind a pillar can help too. The other attack he does is a 5 combo thrust, which is devastating because he will finish with a final thrust that will deal a lot of damage. The best way I've found to counter this is to keep rolling away. But after finishing this attack, he will leave himself open to be attacked, which is where you can get off a few hits and run away. Otherwise he will do that belly flop move, which will knock you down. Another one of his attacks in this phase is he will do a ground slam. Just roll away from that, similar to phase 1, and wait for him to throw his black ball of flame and then attack. And also when he finishes his lunging moves, this is another great time to attack too. If you follow these tips, you should be able to kill him without much trouble. So in summary, the key is to avoid his thrusting attacks and wait to attack once he has finished, and then attack when he throws the black flame ball, and use rolls to dodge his attacks. Some other tips is that I replaced my Ash of War on my shield with a no Ash of War, so I can utilize my sword's Ash of War. This way I can use to block his attacks and still use my Ash of War against him. You could also use the Barricade Ash of War on your shield to block some of his attacks. Finally, somehow in this run for me, he jumped and got stuck on the ceiling and then respawned behind me and almost killed me. So I hope you found this video useful, guys. If you have, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you next time.